Good morning and welcome to the Bethlehem Morning Show. I am excited to be here with my co-host Sergio. Sergio, bro, we got some good things about to happen here, and we're going to be talking about it today. But first, I want you to tell me how your week's been, how your weekend's been, all of those good things.
Man, well, it's always a great time to be here with you on the morning show, bro. I mean, you know, we're going to cut up, get deep, flow, you name it, right? It reminds me of, like, you ever seen that video with that, I guess it was like a church service or something, but this lady was like, I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, right? You know, we got it all here on the morning show, so you just never know. But
this man's done dropped the greens and the beans on us.
And I may have misquoted the song, too, by the way, so, you know.
That's so good.
If you go look it up on YouTube, don't quote it exactly how I sung it, but you get the idea.
You know, last week you and I were sitting on the same couch, and I got some text messages from some pastor friends of ours.
I remember.
And they were talking about, man, that couch looks small. Why's it? I mean, there's something along. I think they were talking about you and I being fat. I think they were trying to say we were fat. I mean, one of them's name is Busted Biscuits. Brother Busted Biscuit. Midget Biscuit, actually.
I don't even want to ask.
Yeah, well, you know, it's some of those guys we've been to prison with, and you know how they are, but that's all right, though. But look, it's fun, though, to have people that poke at us and all that. Because I told them, I said, you know what? You should get on those comments because I'm going to be coming after you now.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's what's funny is we always tell them, if you have a thought, share it.
Share it.
You know,
share it.
It's just crickets every time.
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
Nobody says a word.
If you can't say it to our face, don't say it. That's right.
You got to walk the way you talk.
That's right. That's right. We're not bringing the green beans to you if you don't. Man, though, listen, all jokes aside, though, we have a lot of fun, don't we?
Always. Too much.
So what you been up to? What third world country you been in this week?
Third world country.
No, I'm playing.
This guy. No, well, this weekend we had, I was able to go to a Hispanic conference. It's a bilingual conference, but more focuses on Spanish-speaking people. It was in Memphis with Brother Julio May. It's called Mission Possible. And I was there really Wednesday through Friday, and, man, it was a great time. We did that. This weekend I played at another conference on the branch, and Saturday was kind of more of a relaxed day, bro. So I didn't answer your phone. At about 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I was asleep, bro.
Listen, everyone needs a co-host in their life for something. Right. They need a friend. Everyone needs a friend. We have some people joining us. I know you can't see them right now, but I'm looking at them, talking to them. But everybody needs a friend that they can count on. Right. If my life was on the line and I had to make one phone call, don't call me. It depended on my life whether I live or die.
Don't call me.
If it was Sergio, I'm out of here. Y'all hear me? I'm out of here. I'm gone. He ain't about to answer no phone. If your number don't start with an Arkansas area code, he ain't about to answer no phone.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah.
You heard that, Lauren? You're exclusive.
Oh, Lord.
Why is your face red?
I don't know, man.
He's been in the sun.
He may be in the prophetic.
Yeah.
Either prophesying or prophesying.
I mean, you can call this guy, like, literally, and it be something serious. This is Sergio. I'm not able to get to my phone. I'm not even sure that it sounds that business.
Man,
but
it's like, I don't even have a voicemail. What are you talking about?
You should get it. That way I can fill it up.
You know what? I used to have, I got told by a minister, and he didn't rebuke me, but he was just kind of giving me wisdom. I used to have one of the voicemails that when it picked up, I pretended to have a conversation.
You did.
And I know I got everybody with that, but once that minister told me that, I said, you know what?
You needed rebuking for that because I have went into a full-fledged conversation. Hey, Sergio, look, this is what we're going to be doing, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you sucker, you. Man, beat all I ever seen. Beat all I ever seen. But it's all right, though. I love you anyways. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and pray us in, man?
Yes, let's do it. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this morning you've given us today, God. I thank you for waking us up blessed and with health, Lord. I just thank you for this time of fellowship that we have this morning. Lord, I pray you would bless this time, God, that we would be able to have a fruitful conversation to just talk about how it is that your Spirit is moving here in our church, in our area, God, and through us as individuals. I pray, Lord, that you would bless all of our viewers and all of our listeners from wherever they're tuning in from, God. I pray that you would watch over them and take care of them as they head to church. But, Lord, again, I just pray you'd bless this conversation and bless this time, and I'm thankful for these people that we're here with. And I just pray and ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Well, I'm excited to have my friends, some awesome people they are part of our church here. They're part of our Be Free program. And we've been able to watch them grow. And it's just been amazing to watch. We have Brother Corey Wilkerson and his wife, Sister Nicole. Brother Michael Jones and his wife, Sister Billie Jean. Y'all hear us pick at Sister Billie Jean quite a bit here on the morning show. Sister Billie Jean is usually sitting on the front row watching us. So she kind of catches a lot from us. But Brother Michael here, he's usually on a camera for us for the morning show. And we appreciate you for that, Brother Michael. You've been a tremendous asset to this. But we're going to be talking about what we have coming up this weekend. We have our Be Free rally. It'll be our very first one where it's taking place in Hickory Flat, Mississippi at the Burks Trailer Park. Corey, you grew up in and around Hickory Flat. I want you to just tell me what this means to you to go back to, because Corey's he's been in recovery with me as well, and I don't want to tell his story. That's his job to tell his own story. But it has to mean something to be able to carry what you've received right back to where you came from. And I'm not saying, I don't mean to make it sound like Corey comes straight out of the trailer park. I don't mean that, but because that's kind of what it did sound like.
Yeah,
but
you said that.
Well, I didn't mean it that way.
Come on, yeah,
but,
that's right.
But you're from Hickory Flat, and it's, you're going back to some of your old stomping ground, and you're able to carry, like I said, what you've received. And just talk about for a moment what that means.
Well, you're right. I've spent a bunch of years in addiction, and Hickory Flat was pretty much my area. And it just means a lot to go back and try to bring somebody else out and try to show them the love of God and what he can do. And, just to help one person would mean a lot to me. I mean, I hope we get a lot more than one, but, and there's a lot of people down there that need help. I mean, we see it every day when we go through. If you go through, you can see it in any town, not just Hickory Flat. But it means a lot to me to be able to go back. I hope that everybody gets up and speaks. I know I'm going to. I think Brother Michael's going to speak. I hope everybody does, but it means a lot to me to help out. I think that I was brought out of addiction to help others, and that's what I plan to do.
Absolutely. Brother Corey, he's shared his testimony here one time, and he shared it down in Nettleton at Broken Lives here a few weeks ago. We were all down there, done a great job, just really touched a lot of lives, and we're proud of Corey. Corey's come a long way in a short time, and you know what? Only God can do that.
That's right.
Only God can do that.
That's right, because I sure couldn't do it.
Absolutely. Sister Nicole, tell us a little bit of y'all's testimony, how all this come about. You came to church, and then you just talk about Corey.
Well, I started coming to church first, and Corey wouldn't come to church with me. He stopped doing drugs for a little while, but he would never come to church with me, so it didn't stick. And so
hard-headed.
It's like a perm. Sometimes it just don't take.
So I would just pray for Corey. I would pray. I would fast in my car on my lunch break and pray scriptures over him. And it would be so funny because I would talk to him every day. And the scriptures that I would pray in every day, I was praying to God to block his wall with thorn bushes. And he would just tell me, I talked to him every day, and he would tell me how nothing was going his way. Everything he tried to do was messing up.
I know why.
Yeah. Hey, that happens in addiction. Everything is always something going wrong.
Yes.
So, and he went to jail, and Craig was the one that went to visit him. And I remember when Kenyon had messaged me, I was at work and said Craig was on the way up there to visit him. And I just remember praying, God, please give Craig the words to say to him. And he did, because from that next phone call after Craig visited with him, I don't know what he said to him, but it was like Corey had a different outlook on everything. And when he got out of jail, he come to church. First day, got baptized, and He's been a different person ever since.
And you know what's ironic about that is there really wasn't nothing said that just, you know what I mean, other than just a conversation.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: if God can work through somebody like Craig Work and Corey Wilkerson, He can work through anybody.
That is correct.
What did that mean?
I mean, just me and you both just being up here where we're at today.
Sure.
Like, I mean,
That's
I'm
God,
not
bro.
saying I'm anywhere close to where
No.
you are.
No. It ain't
But
about that.
in your faith, you know what I'm saying? But
It's all God, you know,
For
and
sure.
that's the amazing thing that we're seeing throughout not just our church, but just throughout everywhere, how God is just working through broken vessels that society has said they're beyond repair.
hopeless,
Yeah.
I think is the term.
Right.
Because a lot of people had, like, not meaning this bad towards Corey, but a lot of people had kind of like wrote Corey off as just a lost cause, like with no hope. And for God to turn him around, like, it amazes people. Like, we get so many, his mother gets phone calls, like, we get so many people that just reach out to him about just watching him and watching the Lord work through him.
Yeah, it's crazy. The people that call or text, you know, that you don't even know they're looking.
Yes.
I mean, it's not me, it's God, but you know what?
Right.
Through me. I mean, it's amazing.
Right. Well, what I like about their story the most is Sister Nicole comes back. Now, we're not talking about a longtime saint of God. We're talking about a lady that is in recovery herself. You know what I mean? She has a testimony of her own that'll just blow your socks off. You know, what God has spared her from and brought her from. But in the midst of all her brokenness, God didn't just meet her need. He met her and her husband's need. Because of what? Because of a praying lady. Because she was bound and determined. You know what, devil? You've kept me long enough. And that's just what's always stuck out to me the most. You know, Corey, yes, we're so glad Corey's here. But we're also glad that your determination became a priority in your life. Not just for you, but for him as well. And that just, when you get about others, God takes care of yours. You know, and that's a prime example. You wasn't just here for yourself. You were here for the both of you. And look what God has done. Man, that's just awesome.
And what's
sure.
crazy is, like, I didn't even know how to pray.
Right.
And I was just like, I would watch sermons. I would just go to Be Free and listen to Pastor, and was just like, I didn't even know how to pray. That's how, like, starting praying scriptures and stuff. I was literally Googling scriptures to pray over your drug addict husband.
But that is amazing, though. See what I'm talking about? That determination right there. That's awesome.
And the initiative. You know, she said
Yes.
she just got on Google and looked up scriptures, and God used that
Right.
in order to deliver. Man, that's incredible.
Yes, that's amazing.
I remember when I was first time I fasted, I was in my car and I was fat, and I could feel the spirit. I'll cry thinking about it. I could feel the spirit so much, like my heart was beating weird. And I called Ashley and I was like telling her about it, and she was like, said she had tears in her eyes just talking about it.
Yeah. The desperation of God. Wow. Well, I mean, that's just awesome. You have a message that somebody's liable to preach one day with that right there, because that's just where, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the lady with the issue of blood. She had gotten so desperate that she didn't care. Yeah. And that's what I think about when I think about you all's story. You had gotten so desperate for God to intervene, not just in your marriage, but just in y'all's lives in general. And you know what? You reached out and whatever it took to touch God, and look what happens, you know.
And you know, what I appreciate from that story is that there's probably someone watching who has a husband or a wife
Yes.
who maybe isn't a believer or hasn't come around to the faith
Right.
yet, and they're working on them. And they may be in the same situation, praying scriptures, looking up things on the internet, you know. And
Yes.
so that gives hope to somebody in that
Yes.
same situation that, hey, if God could do it for us,
Yes.
he can do it for you too.
Absolutely. You know, I don't mean to transition, but you know, it's what's ironic is I noticed that we have kind of the same situation on this side. So, I mean, Sister Billie Jean, you prayed, you reached out to people, you've talked to people, and you know, here Michael sits now. He's how long have you been sober, Michael? Talking to Michael.
Almost 4 years.
4 years you've been sober now, and
It
you
feel
know,
good, and it feel good to be sober, because when I was out there in the world, it wasn't you felt bad out there because you wasn't doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, but God wants you to do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's so awesome. I'm so proud of everyone that's sitting here. You know, everybody's come such a long way. And, you know, you look at Michael. Okay, Michael, you battle with alcohol probably most of your life, I'm sure. Yeah. Michael is going to be telling his testimony at the rally in Hickory Flat for the first time.
Yeah,
and
my first time.
I'm excited for that. That's a huge step, you know, for a person to step out and to actually start giving back. That's a huge step of faith right there. You know, and that's awesome. Sister Billie Jean, you got to have something to say. You've always had something to say. So talk a little bit what it's like real quick for what it feels like to see your husband actually serving God now, working in ministry, doing something. I know you have to be excited.
I mean, yeah, like I prayed, and I guess I couldn't do it without God, but with the inspiration of his grandmother. She always told me every day, don't give up praying. Keep praying, because God's going to deliver him from it. And I did. And I owe it to her, because she's always been my inspiration. I've known her from the day one that I met her, and it was something about her. And which myself, I'm not perfect. I came from a long history. You know, I used to drink, but I didn't drink enough to where I got addicted to it. I tried cigarettes one time. I didn't like that. I ran for so long, and 2008 is when I got baptized in Jesus' name. And not 2008, 2018, because 2019 I came to Bethlehem, and that's when my whole life changed. And I just kept getting more faithful and praying and just asking God to help me and give me strength, and I owe it all to him and the inspiration of people here. Because I couldn't do it without God, but I couldn't do it without the support of Pastor V and Sister V and you and Kenyon and the First Ladies Conference that I went to. That just really that started it all off.
That's so amazing. That's so awesome. Brother Michael, you, like I said, we've already said, you're getting ready to tell your testimony for the first time at the rally. What's it mean to you, bro, to be able to take part in this?
It kind of make me feel good to tell my testimony, because I'm kind of in my spirit, I'm kind of scared, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell my testimony anyway. It's gonna make me get a little bit stronger in my words, because I'm a quiet person. I really don't like to talk.
He's sleepy a lot of times, but it's all right.
No, I'm a quiet person. I like to stay quiet. I like to listen. Yeah. You know, by me telling my testimony, it's gonna make me feel good.
Pushes you out of your comfort zone. It does.
And you know, I know we've talked about this on a show before, but I think one time me and you really went on this pretty much the rest of the show talking about how when you give your testimony, it really, God kind of works in you while you do it, because he begins to reveal you even more. You know, he highlights things. You're like, hey, check this out, you know. And so I know it'll be a great blessing to you, Brother Michael. And not only to you, but to the people that will hear you. I don't know if you know any of the people that are going to be there that day, but I know that regardless, they'll be able to bear witness with your spirit about the things you've gone through, you know, because you'll have a perspective from being there as well. And that's very important. And so I'm excited to see what God's going to do to you while you do that.
It's going to be really good. We have, and first, I'd like to invite you, if you're watching today, to come to church this morning at Bethlehem. Prayer meeting starts at 9:30. Church starts at 10. But if you look out in the table on the foyer where we keep stuff, you'll see these little brochures. This says, "Be free rally. It's going to be at the Burks Trailer Park in Hickory Flat, Mississippi. This is this coming Saturday, March the 23rd. It starts at 12 p.m. We're going to have hot dogs, games, music, testimonies. When I say testimonies, I don't mean just the people that's sitting here. We have a lot of people. Brother Michael, this will be his first time to step in, and I'm so proud of him because Brother Michael comes to my men's life group. And I see him talk there, and I was just like, you know what? I think, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. But when I approached him and asked him, I said, "You want to tell your testimony to that?" Yeah, he just, I just felt like, you know what? He has something he needs to say. You know, when God lays somebody on your heart, you just feel like, you know, you need to approach and push them a little bit. Yeah. But because sometimes that's what people need. They just need. I know because a lot of times I've been like, well, if I'm not going to do it, God, until you give me a sign that you want me to do it. Right. And a lot of times that sign comes through people. So I do push people, though, Corey.
Yes, sir.
I do like to push people out of their comfort zone.
You like to push me, but I'm thankful for it.
Well, you know what? I needed somebody to push me, and I know what it meant to me to be pushed. You know, so it's something in that. So, but I'm excited, y'all. We got like I said, hot dogs, games, music, testimonies that are going to be there. This is all leading up to what we call our Radical Recovery Revival in August. This will be our first rally outside of the church. We're planning to do another one here soon, I think in Lake Center. And then I don't know the date on it yet or the time, but we have our Be Free group is getting ready to do a lot of stuff. And these people are the Be Free group. This is who, you know, some of them. There's lots more. And I'm so excited because you know what? We've been going now, I think, about 5 years with Be Free. Wow. And we have a group that's hungry. They're ready to put boots on the ground. And, you know, I'm excited to see it, man. Yeah. I am. It's awesome. Corey, you and I, we've talked about this for a few times, you know, and just how we're excited to really just be going back into the places that maybe we didn't exactly come from right there, but we've been in that vicinity. But we're going to know people.
Right.
And so we talk all the time. You know, in treatment, you hear you gotta change those people, places, and things. But now what we know is that is correct. But once the blood of Jesus is applied to your life, and you and I talked about this last week, we know that we can go back in a different way. And this will be your first time probably to really go back. And so I'm excited to see some of the old faces and them see us.
Oh, yeah, the difference.
What God has done for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of difference. I know early in my recovery, you know, of course, I wanted to go back then, but I wasn't ready. But I feel like now I'm ready to go back and just to let them see, you know, what God can do and how life can be so much better on this side than it was. Like Brother Michael said, everything was bad out there. You know, when you're in addiction, it's bad. Everything you do is not lined up with the will of God. It's not. And just people out there, you know, I hate to say homeless, but they're in the streets all the time and hardly ever eat and nowhere to go. And that's the lifestyle they get used to. Right. That's the lifestyle I was used to for 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I remember spending a bunch of nights in Hickory Flat just sleeping up behind the cemetery or whatever.
Wherever you could find.
Wherever, you know, at anybody's house around there, whoever had the drugs or whatever I needed at the time. But now to go back and try to help them, you know, and them see me makes a lot of difference, especially if it's somebody they know, you know, and a lot of them are going to know me. And I'm excited just to speak and let them see me, you know, see what the Lord's done for me.
Well, we know right off the bat we will have to introduce Corey because they're used to 130-pound Corey.
130-pound Corey.
Not 330-pound Corey.
Not 260. Not 260.
Yeah, they remember Corey as 130-pound Corey.
Right.
But you know what? We got a comment. We got a live comment from Brother James Chester. He's wanting to know, is this a love seat we're sitting on? Yeah. Sergio's a big guy.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm on my 260 as well.
You know what? I think this is really like a half love seat, maybe.
Yeah, something
maybe
like
like
that.
a half
It's
left
a,
seat.
it's a big chair.
It's more, yeah, it's more of like a plus size chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A low plus
Low
size chair.
plus size
you know?
chair. Yeah. It's got just enough room for us to just, you know what I mean, for me to nudge him and nobody really see me nudge him when it's his time to talk. Right. When I don't have nothing else to say.
Yeah.
You're hanging off this side, Craig.
You know what? I'm like brother Biscuits. I got stuff hanging off over here.
Brother Biscuits.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
what? I want to know who Brother Biscuits is, but we'll leave that for later.
That's Brother Anthony Wilkes. I don't mind saying it. Trust me, I get enough out of him. It's actually Brother Midget Biscuits.
Brother Midget.
Yeah,
Brother Midget
yeah,
Biscuits.
that's him. And he's gonna be watching this. Yeah, and he is. Brother Chesser said,
Messing with
yeah, everyone has their chair. Anthony Wilkes. He's talking about Brother Wilkes being short. I guarantee that's what that meant. We have this running, just joke, and we have a lot of fun with each other. But it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, it's all right to have fun.
It is.
It's all right to have
There's some
fun.
great guys, man. They've been an impact on my life a lot. So I'll give them a little bit of props. But I'm going to get after them again, too, though.
You have
For
to, right?
Absolutely. They're going to get after you.
You got to humble them.
That's right. That's right. But I'm excited, y'all. It's going to be good. I think our kids department here is going to be there. They're going to be doing a lot of different stuff for the kids in the community. And, we're talking about a lot of people that live in and around this trailer park.
For sure.
And it's, I think we said it was 61 units. 61 units means 61 families, more than likely. So that's quite a bit of people just in the trailer park. That's not counting the city, So I'm excited. Yep, 61 units. So that's a lot. We need people. If you're a member of this church of Bethlehem, if you're a member of Be Free, we'd like to see people knock doors this week and let folks in the city and surrounding Hickory Flat know what's happening, what's coming, because every child deserves the right to know that, there's a church here that has buses ready to bus you to church on Sunday morning. And this is what this is. This is outreach at its finest. It's where we came from. It's where we're going back to, and we're going back to get some more. So
That's right.
It's going to be fun, and I'm excited. Sister Nicole, you and some of the ladies, I know y'all are going to be a tremendous asset there as well. Y'all will be speaking. What's it mean to you to be able to go back and do this?
It's like everything comes full circle, because I remember the days whenever we were over there getting high at Burke's Trailer Park.
Yeah, right.
And for God to bring us back there
Yeah.
to where we came from is just awesome.
Yeah, I can literally picture a trailer that I used to visit, and I'm excited to go back. I know the same person don't live there anymore, but it's just still though you're going back into those territories that the devil had you bound in, but you're going back with Jesus this time, and it's just amazing. So I'm excited.
And I'm excited as well. How do you feel, Billie Jean? We ain't forgot about you. We know you over here. How do you feel to be a part of something like that? With the Be Free group.
Well, I'm excited too. It's
She's
something.
real nervous right now.
She thought I forgot about it.
I like to, when we had the Christmas play, I love passing out flyers. I love to just, where I used to wouldn't just go up to a random person and say, hey, do you have a church home, or do you, we're having such and such, we're doing. I did that a couple of times. I went to get gas, and when I was waiting on my gas to pump, it just come to my mind. I went and one of those little it was a Bethlehem, and I just passed it out, and I was like, hey, if you don't have a church home, Bethlehem is the place to be.
That's
and
good.
I told them all about I said, we have a Be Free program,
I think, like you say, anywhere I go, if I see people that I was in addiction with, like I see them a lot of places in stores or Walmart, whatever. Thing about it is I'll ask them to come to church, invite them to church, and they're like, man, that church will fall down if I come in there. I say, hey,
Same thing I thought.
look at here.
Yeah.
I said, they'll love you.
It's still
They'll
standing.
love you. Still standing.
Yep.
Standing with me in the front, standing with me in the back, no matter. Just come on down. We'd love to have you.
I don't sit under the steeple.
Yeah.
But those that you're gonna make the steeple fall in on you. You ever
Right,
heard that old saying?
right.
I don't sit under it, but I do sit over here on the front.
The main comment is, isn't that an occult?
Yeah, well, if we are, we're culting for Jesus.
That's right.
So,
If it's a cult, do not save me.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Lord.
But it goes back to like what we were saying earlier. People seeing people like us.
Sure.
It makes it easier for them to maybe think about coming to church or
That's right.
coming to one of our meetings.
That's right.
For some of them, it may be coming to the meeting first and then going to church afterwards, and that's how they start. But all you can do is you can invite them and tell them about God, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the importance of speaking and telling your testimony. Like Brother Michael, Brother Michael's not from Hickory Flat, but his testimony is going to impact people that he doesn't even know. Right. And they don't have to know you; they just have to hear your story. To hear what God has done for you. You know what? If they can do it for that brother, they can do it for me. That's right. So it's I say they, he, but and that's just the importance of opening your mouth, and I can't be any prouder, of our whole group, because we have a group that is very, very determined to reach others, and that's what it takes. I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I ever get to the point to where I stop having that hunger to reach others, I've already went backwards. And that's just what it is. That's where we're at. That's what we're here for. Right. God didn't bring us out of what He brought us out of for us just to sit down now. So, right, it's gonna be good.
It is. And another thing, like I've been to some meetings. Of course, me and you went to a few, and people come in and a lot of them, nobody greets them. They just come in and sit down and they're scared, or their first meeting. Last week we had someone come in and they were upset. You could see it, and most every one of us got up, welcomed them in, and it really helped. They ended up going to church afterwards. I mean, it's a great meeting, a great group we have, like you said, a lot of loving people, and that's what it takes.
Well, he's exactly right. We see it time and time again. People come through the door for their first time. They're nervous. They're upset. They're emotional because you know what? They're taking a step towards the right direction for the first time in their lives most of the time. And, right. There's some emotion in that. There's some uncertainty. There's some uncomfortable. And, a whole lot of other things that go into that. But when they can meet a friendly face, sometimes even faces that they know, it really does tear that wall down for them that they're unable to tear down themselves. So he's spot on with that, and we have some great people that are good at that. So, but anyway.
Yeah, the girl that come in last week, she actually told me, because I knew I was friends with her. She said that she wished she would have known about this church and Be Free sooner.
Yeah. That's the importance of why we're doing what we're doing Saturday, so that people will know what God is doing. Right out here in this country, we've had people come through, preachers come through. Sergio, you and I know this. We've had prophets roll through here and talk about how this church is a beacon of light so many times. Well, it can't be a beacon of light without the people going out and shining the light. That's the importance of what we got going on with these rallies out in these towns. And I'm blown away. It's just exciting to know that Sergio's liable to pick up the mic and just start preaching. Is that all we're going? Did you just get a revelation or what?
I was just thinking about what you said.
Yeah. He's like, there's my confirmation, Lord.
It hit me,
That confirmation just hit him right in the chest.
When preachers are preaching.
Yeah, I've heard that. You got something coming then, don't you?
With a little run afterwards.
Oh, man, you ready now.
You know what the preacher just hit a
Right.
And everybody else kind of feels it too.
Yep. That's good. But listen, be looking, be watching for these rallies, because like I said, we already have another one planned for Lake Center. We don't know the exact time and date, but we're going to be doing these all over our surrounding communities, areas, and I'm telling you, we're fixing to see revival through this. We are fixing to see revival in the streets of Marshall, Benton, Lafayette, Union, all the surrounding counties. If I missed you, I didn't miss you on purpose, because we're coming, and it's going to start through our drug recovery program. There's a harvest. There's a harvest in drug addicts right now, and we're fixing to go after them strong. And bro, I'm tell you something. I can't wait. I can't wait.
We gotta go out there and get them because we can't just sit up there and wait till they come to us.
That's right.
We gotta go out there. We gotta go out there and get them because they ain't gonna come to us.
That's right.
It's Evangelist Michael Jones right
Evangelist Michael Jones. That's him. He's fixing to show. He's fixing to have his debut Saturday.
there. Yes, sir.
Yep,
He's gonna
his
get the
debut
debut.
is Saturday.
Get the
Evangelist
hair
Michael
slicked
Jones.
up for Saturday.
Hey, you need to make a flyer for him. Put
We got
a face on him.
We got somebody that's gonna stay with him all day to keep him awake and keep him ready, keep him hydrated.
All right, come on.
Because he'll take a nap on you. He will take a nap on you. But that's all right.
Hey,
Listen,
and somebody I know always says that's just a piece of the Holy Ghost.
that's just a piece of the Holy Ghost. That's what that is. Look here, we thank you for joining us today. Give our guests a good shout out on here, how much you love them. We appreciate you all. Thank you for watching us. Prayer meeting starts at 9:30. Church starts at 10 o'clock. Please go like and share this. We cannot wait to see you again next Sunday morning.
We love you guys.